The given RC passage details Alan Badiou's viewpoints on the distinction between a being, that is a human being, and an event, which is change. First of all, the passage begins by detailing who Alan Badiou is. He has roots in Marxism, and he talks against conventional wisdom and conventional wisdom, especially on terms like evil and democracy. He begins by stating that democracy in itself is considered to be a very high concept, whereas it is authoritarian in opinion, because something that is forbidden, that is denied in a democracy, is to not be a democrat, which in itself is authoritarian. And therefore he says that we should not allow the word to function within the framework of authoritarian opinion. Rather, we should examine the norm of this normalcy. Then he goes about explaining that there is a difference between being and event. He describes being with the help of set theory of mathematics, and event, he says, is refers to how change occurs in the world, right? So he says that he is interested in knowing how something new is created. What is creation in a way? He answers this question here. He says, in essence, an event is a clear break from the status quo. An event is a change occurs when one breaks from the existing state of affairs to create something new. And then he says, when one breaks from the existing state of affairs, the existing scenario, then one creates a truth, and that truth creates subject, and that subject is then defined by subject's fidelity to that singular truth, right? So what does he say? He says that event creates truth, truth creates subject, and the subject is then defined by its fidelity to the truth. So in a way, subject and truth are interrelated. He explains this concept by stating, by the metaphor of falling in love. He says that when two people, they fall in love, then they create an event, that is, they break free from the existing scenario, that is, they bring about a change, an event happens, the truth is created. The truth created is that they are in love. So once they are in love, they create the subject. The subject is the condition of being in love, and that condition of being in love is dependent upon the truth, which is that their fidelity to that love. The two people are fidel, they are loyal to their love, right? So this is how a change exists. It comes into existence where the two people existed in the situation of not being in love in the past to being in love in the present. They have undergone this process has undergone has occurred through a process of change. One is a new truth was created, the people fell in love, the subject was created, a condition of they having fallen in love, and as a consequence of this condition of these people having fallen in love, this condition is defined by the fact that the two people are by the idea of the two people's fidelity to their love, right? So this is an event. Now Badiou confines his study to basically four main areas, that is four main arenas, that is art, love, science and politics. And when asked why did he limit such areas to four, he says that my answer is that I don't find another. He could not find any other arena to which his study was applicable, right? Now the first question is, why does Badiou think that democracy has become like an authoritarian opinion? The reference to this is given in this paragraph, where he talks about democracy. He says that Mr. Badiou argues that in fact the word democracy concerns what I shall call authoritarian opinion, it is forbidden as it were not to be a democrat. So clearly, why does he call democracy as an authoritarian has become like an authoritarian opinion? Because it does not allow people to be anything but democrats. So this makes option C correct. He is convinced that people are coerced into becoming a democrat. Next question says, as per the passage which the following is correct with reference to this relation between mathematics and ontology. Now the reference to this is given in this paragraph where he talks about both mathematics and ontology. Here this paragraph says, much of the alleged inaccessibility to Mr. Bourdieu's work is rooted in his reliance on a set theory to discuss ontology, a branch of philosophy that deals with existence. So ontology is what? A branch of philosophy that deals with existence. Indeed, being an event makes a striking claim that mathematics is ontology. So clearly Badiou uses mathematics to explain his philosophical theory. And in his book he says that mathematics is ontology, that is, mathematics is this philosophy that deals with existence. There is no difference between the two. The book is studied with equations and theorems that may frighten off a scholar who fled to the humanities to escape mathematics. Right. So now here this question says, as per the passage which of the following is correct with reference to mathematics and ontology? A says Badiou believes that mathematics is dependent on ontology. This is incorrect because the passage states that mathematics and because the book that Badiou writes states that mathematics is the same as ontology and not that any of them is dependent upon the other. B says mathematics and philosophers do not think that the two are related. Incorrect. The two are independent of each other according to Badiou. This is absolutely incorrect. If they are the same, they cannot be independent of each other. So the answer is option D, none of the above. The next question says, which of the following is true about Badiou's idea of an event? Option A says the fidelity of love is the most supreme manifestation of an event. This is, the author talks about the fidelity of love in comparison to Badiou's theory on event. It does not mean that fidelity of love is the supreme manifestation of the event. Badiou talks about an analogy of event getting manifested into truth, and that truth creates a subject, and that subject is defined by its fidelity to truth. Right, and he explains this by the idea, by the concept of falling in love. He says that when two people fall in love, then the event is that the two people have fallen in love. This is the truth, right? And the subject is that the condition of having fallen in love, and that condition is defined by the two people's fidelity to their love. It does not mean that the fidelity of love is a supreme manifestation of the event. No, this is incorrect. B says the subject created after an event exists independent of the subject's loyalty to truth. This is absolutely against the given facts. The subject created is defined by subject's loyalty to truth and does not exist independent of subject's loyalty to truth. So this can be eliminated again. The subject created after an event has to be loyal to the truth in order to be a true subject. Clearly, if the subject is true subject, then it is defined by the subject's loyalty to truth. So therefore C can be inferred. D says the subject of an event is created before the event. No, the subject of the event is created after the truth has been created, after the event. So therefore this is incorrect. This is factually incorrect. But the loyalty factor becomes crucial after the event has taken place. No, this can also be eliminated. Hence the correct answer to this question is option C. Next question says, according to Badiou, why did he explore the implications of his work in 4 areas only? The reason to this is given in the last line of the paragraph. It says, my answer is that I don't find another. So that means the author could not find any other area. So he says, because no other area is a site for the work of philosophy. This can be the answer. B says, because he has expertise in these areas only. So the passage does not talk about the Badiou's A reason for Badiou's choice of these subjects as his expertise, so option B can be eliminated. C says because these areas are interrelated in complicated ways, the author does not make this reference. Because his life has proven that these four are the highest areas of philosophical inquiry, this is also not given in the passage. So correct answer is option A.